shawty use it. Can't treat you like my ace. I got way too many problems to be worried. I'm straight. Me and Craig had to watch for the Jakes. On the road, this crazy. I get 80 a show.
All right, thanks, Coach. EA Sports coverage of the National Football League is on the air. Tonight, it's all on the line. We play for the Lombardi Trophy, as it'll be the AFC champion Miami Dolphins taking on the champions from the NFC, the Tampa Bay Buccaneers. Hi again, everyone. Brandon Gaudin along with the man who has had to stick with me all season long, Charles Davis. And Charles, the anticipation, the hype, the media coverage, all in the rearview mirror now. We can finally get down to playing some football.
Yeah, don't worry about that, partner. I'll ride or die with you anytime. You know that. But here's the best thing about this. Everyone talks about trying to keep things normal as they approach for Super Bowl. There is no such thing as normal. The pageantry, the hype, all of that is more intense than anyone could ever imagine. What you're trying to do is embrace it in one way and make sure it doesn't totally knock you off your game. That's why the night before the big one, teams often switch hotels, try and give those guys that last chance to breathe a little bit before they go out and play.
SOS, SOS, SOS. SOS, SOS, SOS.
Hey, check 24, watch 20. Let's go, Mexico. Reggie. 10.
On first down, it's Long. Under a heavy rush, and down he goes. A bad start there, a big loss on their first play from scrimmage. It's second down.
Brandon, if I'm an offensive coordinator and I see an all-out rush like that, I file it away because I'm going to use their aggressiveness against them as this game goes on. I'm going to hit them with a screen soon.
Protection certainly going to need to be a bit better here on 2nd and 16.
Watch the twist. Back. 11. Mike 20.
Here's Locke. Oh, the pressure too great, and he goes down once more.
Now, I know we're only 2 plays in, but after giving up back-to-back sacks, something has to change with the protection, and they can't wait to halftime to make an adjustment.
After the sack, they'll come up now 3rd and long.
Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised to see them run the ball here just to try and get some space.
A free 5 yards as the defense jumps.
I know it's an anticipation game for them, but it's also a reaction game, and they reacted poorly on that one.
And the penalty helps, but not a whole lot. It's still 3rd and long. On the delay, Jones. That one good for 10 yards. And that's going to bring up a 4th down. They had quite a hole to dig out of there on 3rd and long. Not able to get the first, but a pretty good-sized run.
A really good run, but how much confidence do you have in your next play call that you can sell to the head coach? Let's go get it on 4th down. Do you really have a play you believe in, or are you just hopeful? And you got to sell it to the big man before it gets called.
A very nice job on the run back there. He'll get 23 yards all told. And it'll be Dolphin football. Good starting field position for them here as they come up 1st and 10 at their own 46. Now the former 4th-round pick, it's Kalen Ballage. And down he goes at the 49, a 3-yard pickup.
When we see those runs to the perimeter, when we see those runs to the edge, we think about big breakers, don't we? In this case, it was a modest gain, but it does open up possibilities here on 2nd down.
Three yards on that last carry. Here's 2nd and 7. They run it with Ballage. And he's able to get across midfield and down into Buccaneer territory. Give him 3 on the run there. Now they're looking at a 3rd and about 5.
Well, so many times we look at a short run and we praise the offense for trying to set the tempo and establish things. But the defensive guys, hey, they just won the battle there. It wasn't a big run given up. They don't always have to absorb the body blows. Sometimes they dish them out themselves.
Here we go. Right here, over there. Zoom. Push him back. Check 52's the mic. Check 52's the mic. Squeeze, squeeze, double, double.
Mike 52.
Blue down. Tight dog, tight dog, tight dog.
Now Balaj. And an alley to run. And they'll get him down as he's inside the 40. A 10-yard pickup, and it's enough for a Dolphins first down. If you make the stop there, maybe you hold them to 3 on this opening drive. They didn't get the stop.
Yeah, new set of downs now. Now you're worried about, just as you pointed out, not just giving up 3, possibly giving up 6. Let's see what they decide to do here because they've got to change up what they have been doing. It hasn't been working.
So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38.
I got you, boy. I got you, boy.
And he will take it in for a Dolphins touchdown. With a first touchdown of this Super Bowl and a long one at that, as his guys are able to strike first here in this opening quarter. One of the keys to their long winning streak has been scoring first. An ideal drive right there, getting the first 6 points of the ball game.
Do you go back to our meeting with the offensive coordinator? Remember what he told us?
Absolutely.
With some teams, I script to probe in the early part of the game. Other teams, I script to attack. They've been in attack mode for these ball games and continue that in this one.
And he'll get it up past the 20 to the 22-yard line.
Get ready.
The Tampa offense ready to get their drive started. And the last drive, their first drive, 3 and out. What changes here, if anything?
I think it's making sure the guys that you trust the most with the ball, the biggest playmakers you have, that they touch it on this possession to try and get things moving.
So get it to the horses.
Without a doubt. They're the...
Mike Evans, he's going to go. He's at the 30. 10. Touchdown, Tampa Bay. Mike Evans, 78 yards, as his guys are on the board here in this first quarter. As a former DB, you might not like to see that, but from a wide receiver's perspective, those are the plays they dream of.
Correct on both counts, all right? Because once he took off, I mean, let's face it, that should have been done in Big Sky country. Aren't any speed limits out there? And off he went. Glad I wasn't the one trying to chase him.
That's fielded in the end zone. And he'll take it back to about the 19-yard line. The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive. And they're hoping to redo their efforts in the last drive when they got into the end zone.
And just think of what it's like now on the sideline. Because when you score a touchdown, you have to go over and look at the tablet and see what you did on the last drive. When you scored points, it's a whole lot better view than when you're trying to figure out how to fix things there.
That'll be marked as a 27-yard pickup.
Here we go. 18 data. Hey, let's get in them holes.
45. Mike 45.
Back to throw. Fuller. Incomplete. This is Albert Wilson. And he takes this one down almost all the way to the 30. 22 yards on the catch and run, a first down.
Not only have they completed a couple on this drive, but they peeled off some pretty good chunks of yardage, too.
Absolutely. Great start. 2 nice plays in the pass game. Now can they continue to feed off that? So from Buccaneer territory now, it's 1st and 10 at the 32-yard line. Now here's a pass on first down that's knocked away and incomplete.
It's always a battle. Who's going to win on first down, the offense or the defense? Let's face it, if you've got the ball, 4 yards or more on first down is what you're aiming for. They tried to throw for it there. Nice effort to knock that one away and bring up second down.
Here's 2nd and 10 now from about the 32. They'll run here with Balaj. And he will cross the 30 down to the 29-yard line.
One thing to keep in mind, partner, especially in the second half, when you've got a running back of this size, of these dimensions, I can just tell you, attrition does set in for a defense because you're excited about hitting him in the first half. Maybe not so much in the second half, and some of these shorter gains turn into bigger runs later.
The 22 is the line to gain here on third down.
In your face. 45's the mic. 45's the mic. Hey, they're scared. They're scared. 45, 45's Mike. 45. Hey, pick your get up.
From the gun, Fuller. And tight coverage there. It's knocked away, incomplete. The safety Marcus May in there on the coverage.
Not only was the call spot on, how about the execution of that defense right there? The zone was absolutely locked up tight. He was trying to force it in there on third down.
But if there's a time to force it, he felt like he needed to make a play, right?
Yeah, exactly right. Third down, you got to try and find something. There's nothing available there for him.
So a good kick there, and they put the bow tie on it with 3 points.
And let's face it, everybody wants a touchdown. We know that. But in the NFL, defenses are awfully good. You're not going to score each and every time. Be able to knock the ball through the post and take the 3.
By the way, I said bow tie. I meant just bow. Not the tie, but yeah.
Either way.
You got it.
I just went right past it.
The Bucs offense set to begin their next possession. And following that long touchdown pass, a one-play drive last time, let's see if the defense, you know they're ready. They don't want that to happen again.
And you would have thought they would have been ready the last time. That's what you work on all the time. Make sure that no one gets behind you. That's the cardinal sin of defense, not giving up the long pass. They did. Let's see how they adjust.
First and 10 at the 44-yard line.
Took just one play to move all the way to the 44 as they try again on first down. A shotgun snap for Luck. That's caught by the big tight end, O.J. Howard. And they're well past midfield, just a yard or two shy of the 40. 15 yards as Tampa Bay picks up the first. Second quarter now in Tampa Bay. It's the Buccaneers in control of the football as they've got it with a 1st and 10. Second quarter now in Tampa Bay. It's the Buccaneers in control of the football as they've got it with a 1st and 10. Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on first down.
Tight right. Come on. We got 3, fellas. We got 3. Quick whip. Watch the whip.
He's got a first down and more inside the 30. And finally wrestled down at the 11. Over 30 yards there. And first downs on 3 consecutive plays now.
It's not a surprise when you read scouting reports and watch tape because you know he's a heck of a player. But he is so difficult to get down in the open field. They just want to get him the ball and let him do his thing.
So how about this for field position after the big play? Inside the 15 now as they come up on 1st and 10. Out of the pistol, the give to Jones. And a nice move will yield nothing as he's stopped behind the line. A loss of 2 there, 2nd down.
He has elite instincts from his linebacker spot. He's able to diagnose the run and flies in like a missile to stop that one behind the line of scrimmage.
Tight end right. Odd. 3 down. Odd. Check 3.
On 2nd and 12, Luck. He'll wind up getting 4 there on his own, but it will leave him now with a 3rd down situation.
Now, how about that play? He took a possible negative and turned it into positive yardage and slid down to avoid taking a big shot. Excellent job getting down and avoiding the big hit.
Dolphins bring on an extra defensive back on 3rd down.
Double dog. That's the way. Wide. Give Mexico. Hey, alert 3. General West.
On 3rd down, here's Jones. And they'll be driven back here, losing yardage to the 9. That'll make it 4th down after a loss of 1.
And the big fella stuffed that one up in a big way. I think doubling him has to be a priority because you can't move up to the next level if you don't take care of him first.
And Gay knocks this one through. And that will knot us up at 10. That drive took him inside the 10. Good job defensively to hold him to 3.
Yeah, I like how you did that. Give a little tip of the cap to the stop troops there because they didn't give up a touchdown in that situation, right? Made them kick the field goal. And, yeah, points went against them, but that feels a whole lot better running off the field.
Let's go! Let's go! Let's go!
Take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive. And last time able to get 3. It's not what they wanted. They wanted 6, but they got at least something. They mustered something out of the drive.
They'll take it. I like the way you've described it. Not ideal, but they'll take it. Anything to put some points on the board. But this time on offense, they don't even want to see the field goal kicker trot on the field. They want that ball in the end zone.
Yeah, they'll be going for 6. Here's a 2nd and 2 now from the 33.
Get off the field. I got him. He's mine. Check 30
Balaj. And he's able to take this one up to the 35-yard line. They'll get 3 as the drive continues. It's a 1st down.
2nd and 2 is prime time for a little bit of a gamble, isn't it? Open up the playbook. Go play action. Toss that bad boy deep. But in this situation, go ahead and give it to your back. Let him pick up a 1st down. Keep the sticks moving.
Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10.
Check.
And to give this time to the tailback. And he'll get this one up to about the 39 here. And give him 4 yards there. It'll be 2nd and 6.
I call that play a success. A nice inside run sets up a very manageable 2nd down. A very solid gain on that play.
52. Stay with your man. Kill.
Now a handoff here to his running back. And he'll go down right around the 47 this time. That one, a 1st down pickup of 8.
An 8-yard pickup. 1st down, Miami.
Two minutes remain in this opening half of Super Bowl 55. Coming up in a couple of minutes, we'll get you to Jonathan Coachman in Orlando. The coach will have stats and scores from earlier today in the NFL.
Let's go.
Check 45's the mic. Check 45's the mic.
I don't even know why this team.
Throwing on 1st down. Fuller. And this is caught. It's Parker. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. A very solid gain of 27.
Silver.
And he'll give it here to his running back. Down right around the 25. 2 yards on the carry there. It'll be 2nd down.
Well, we just saw a great example of what we talked about with his coach prior to the game. He's definitely one of the better linebackers at reading a play and flowing to make the stop before it turns into something big.
The last run got a couple. Here's 2nd and 8.
Get down, get that ball. 45, 45, 45 is Mike, 45. Danny. Hey, 45 is Mike.
Here's 2nd and 8.
Watch the screen.
He's got the first down inside the 10. And he'll take this into the end zone for a Dolphins touchdown. 25 yards for the touchdown as his guys are able to regain the lead.
And that touchdown gives them a touchdown lead before they attempt the extra point. What a great way to end the half.
Yeah, great job to put themselves in front. And now, see on the sideline, special teams defense scrambling, saying we want to preserve this for the final moments of this second quarter.
Let's go, baby.
At their own 25-yard line.
The Tampa offense ready to get their drive started. Inside of a minute left in the half. Does the fact that you're down on the scoreboard influence what you do, or I guess don't do on this final drive?
It certainly does, but what influences me even more is who I've got running my football team out on the field and the weapons around him. Can he make a play? Can he get into someone that we're going to trust to take care of the ball? If that's the case, I might push it a little bit here and try and get something before the half runs out.
Now the Bucs going to use the first of their timeouts as they get it right at the 32nd mark of this first half. Ball on the 30. They'll come up with a 2nd and 5.
Watch time, watch 12. Tight end right. 3 down. Hey, check. 3 down. 90 is a Mike. Check. 90 is a Mike. Watch the curl.
Now it's locked. And that is incomplete. A lot of force bearing down on him there. He could not hang on. It's 3rd down.
Nice play there to force the incompletion. And to me, one thing's for sure. When you're the underdogs and you're playing on the road, you absolutely have to get takeaways. You've got to get the ball from them.
Yeah, win that turnover battle, going to be key. They didn't get one there, but you get the feeling they keep making plays like that, they might just get a few.
Yeah, once you get one, defensive teams think they come in bunches.
They come up now 3rd and 5 following the incomplete pass.
12. Check 52's the Mike. Check 50.
Out of the gun, Luck. He sets to fire deep. He's got a man, complete. That's a first down and then some, a 32-yard pickup. The Bucs going to go ahead and use the 2nd of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 18 seconds to go in the first half. So how about that for a chain mover? They're all the way down inside the 40 now for 1st and 10.
Shit.
And they try to sweep to Jones. Fighting his way down to about the 35-yard line. The Bucs forced to use their 3rd and final timeout as they stop it with 11 seconds remaining in this first half. So on 2nd down, the field goal unit is on here as they try to get 3 before half. It'll be spotted on the right hash, a 52-yard attempt. And his kick is good. Oh, he just did tuck it into the bottom of that left corner. So a big play before the end of the half to get him into this spot, and they cash in with 3.
How about the 1-2 to the solar plexus on that one? The big play, the field goal, not much time left on the clock. That's the way to go into the half.
That's it, baby. We're going to work.
Their own 25-yard line.
The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive. Time for a final kneel down or a safe run, and then they can head to the locker room with a lead.
Yeah, or they can even run a screen. You know, something they feel is somewhat safe that might actually pop and turn into a big play, that's what you usually run in this situation.
Or go 4 verticals because why not?
Because you're feeling it, right? You're just feeling it.
Here's a 2nd and 2 now from the 33.
Watch the twist. Hayward.
And that'll be accepted, of course, and that moves him back 5. So the delay of game penalty backs him up. It's now 2nd and 7. A final shot before break. Fuller. This one into the hands of the running back, Balaj. And he's brought down after a very nice gain. So we've reached halftime here in Super Bowl 55. As we send you a stone's throw away across I-4 to Orlando. There standing by is Jonathan Coachman, ready with our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach? Both teams ready after the halftime spectacle. And we are back underway in Super Bowl 55. Fielded about a yard deep. And he's going to be out of bounds here as the run back will leave him shy of the 20-yard line. The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive. They have the lead. Now they'll be looking to extend that lead.
And this is where I enjoy talking about one of my favorite subjects, tendency breakers, or counters as I also like to call them. You've done things in a certain way in the first half, and they've had ability to see what you've done. They're going to make their adjustments. So guess what? You adjust yourself and try and stay ahead of the pace because you are looking for some separation in this ball game.
The adjustment to the adjustment.
Without a doubt. Show them one thing, hit them with something else.
Now this one to his running back out of the backfield. And he gets this one just shy of the 40, down at the 39. It'll be a pickup of 16 and a Dolphin first down.
Good route, good pickup for first down yardage, and that is a tough one to cover, the angle route, because a running back getting out of the backfield, if you're trying to cover that, especially if you're in the linebacker spot and you're seeing this play develop, he heads out towards the flat first, and that often gets you to overcommit running in that direction. Then he cuts back up inside you into the middle of the field. That's what we just saw there for a nice pickup. When we see those runs to the perimeter, when we see those runs to the edge, we think about big breakers, don't we? In this case, it was a modest gain, but it does open up possibilities here on second down.
52 right here. 52. 49, check 49, check 49. Mike 52.
Again, it's Balaj. And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50. A 10-yard pickup. And it's enough for a Dolphins first down.
Now, this is an example of breaking down a defense because on a lot of these runs, he's getting past the point of attack, and guess what he's doing? Forcing the secondary guys to have to make a lot of tackles.
So from Buccaneer territory now, it's 1st and 10 at the 47. And to give this time to the tailback. And he picks up about 6 as he gets this down to the 41.
Let's talk a little football 101 here because one of the keys to advancing the ball downfield success on first down. Huge difference, as we know, between 2nd and 4 and 2nd and 8 and 9.
The last run got 6, now 2nd and 4.
It's our field. Hey, it's our house. Where's 52?
2nd and 4.
52's the mic. Here we go.
Eluding the pressure right. On the crossing route, complete. It's Grant. And this is going to lead to another first down as the tackle's made at the Bucs 30.
As a general rule, offensive linemen like to know where their quarterback's going to be when he's setting up to throw the football. But sometimes they just have to get on the run, get on the move. He was able to do that on that play and picks up a first down with a nice throw.
So 1st and 10 now from the 30.
Check nickel, nickel, nickel.
Here's a quick throw out to Wilson. And they'll work it inside the 15-yard line before it's all said and done. 17 yards for the Dolphins there as they've got themselves a first down.
I like watching the wide receiver screen because it's a real teamwork play. Because guess what? The guy catching the ball, he'll get all the credit. But how about the people have to block in front of him, either fellow receivers or offensive linemen? That makes that play a really nice timing play, and sometimes it can break big.
And this time they were ready for him as they'll stop him right at the line of scrimmage. You don't see that a ton, do you? Or the cornerback coming over to the middle of the field to make a run tackle.
That's someone with a ton of confidence to feel like nothing is pressuring him on his side of the field. Sees that the ball's moved to the middle and just sprints over there to help out. He ends up getting the tackle. Well played.
Officially nothing on that last run. They'll try again 2nd and 10.
Check. 45.
They'll stay on the ground. Balaj again. Down to the 6-yard line on a pickup of 6 as he gets halfway to the goal line.
Looks to me like maybe there's a little attrition setting in with this drive, because when you see that type of a run, I get the feeling the defense getting a little bit tired.
And that's the last thing they need, especially when they look up at the scoreboard. Here comes play number 9 now as they come up on a 3rd and 3.
I don't think you got it, son. Hey, watch it. Check 99.
Now a handoff here to his running back. And he's going to be taken down here still a couple yards short of the first. Just a yard on the run there. That's going to bring us to a 4th down.
I know the scouting report on him is that he doesn't possess the eye discipline to be an elite linebacker. What that means is his ability to read, react, and make a play. But on that one, he looked like one of those guys.
Well, looking at it from a defensive perspective, that keeps a deficit very, very manageable. You know, all things considered, not a bad job on the defensive side.
I would say that you've pointed out something pretty good right there, and that is you actually have both sides happy with that exchange. You know, happy in quotes, of course. One team, hey, we've kept it within range. The other side saying, hey, we put points on the board and did stretch out the lead. Let's see how this one turns out.
Yeah, still bottom line, though, 3 points for the opening drive of the 3rd quarter. The Bucs offense set to begin their next possession. They're down in this game. A chance for the offense, though, to put something on the board, get some momentum here in half 2.
Try and get things kick-started for them. And you know at the half, they discussed how they were going to get that done. This is where scripting comes into play a lot of the time.
How many plays do you script coming out of the second?
Most of the time in the first half, you're scripting 12 to 16. I think in the second half, you're really scripting more like 8 to 10. Kind of a starter or an opener, whatever terminology they use. Just something to get you off to a quick start.
The last play got just a yard. Here's 2nd and 9 from the 26. Now a fake on the give here as they try the run-pass option. And he's taken down but able to slip across the 35. It's a gain of 11, and the Bucs have a first down.
It's a game of matchups, and that's why you take your receivers and move them around a bunch, especially your best guys. And when they work out of the slot, you often hear the coaches talk about how great it is because it gives you a two-way go. You can break out or you can break in. That makes it hard to defend.
Now they're able to swarm him behind the line, and his rough night continues. 9 yards is the pickup there, and they'll have a 2nd and 1.
Brings up 2nd and 1 at the 47-yard line.
1 quarter remains here in the Super Bowl. We'll return with more after this break. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. On 2nd and 1, Luck. He finds his target. It's Evans. And he's got another first down as he's brought down at the Dolphins' 38-yard line. Tell you what, he's been able to put the ball in some tight spots all game long. That throw, no different.
Yeah, a lot of people would call it a gutsy type of a throw. I think he looks at it as, I can do it, so it's not that big of a deal to me, and I'm going to keep firing.
On first down, Luck. And a diving grab. I think he got that. Yes. A good pickup there, 21 yards.
When the spotlight is at its brightest, and let's face it, it's the Super Bowl, those types of plays come out, don't they?
Absolutely. A big-time catch on the biggest of stages.
Do you think that that one's going to live on? We're going to see this for a long time.
Definitely going to live on forever with him, that's for sure.
No doubt.
The drive continues as they search for a tying touchdown. Here's 1st and 10. They go back to the ground with Jones. And brought down, but not before they get it inside the 10 to the 7. A good gain again. That's now 31 yards combined on those last 2 plays.
First and goal at the 7-yard line.
A looming decision to make on the conversion, down 7, but first things first, they need to score as they come up on 1st and goal. And he's into the end zone for a Tampa Bay touchdown. Braxton Miller keeping it himself from 7 yards out as they can now even this game here in the 4th quarter with the extra point. A very important extra point there, up and good. And an important one that is, as we are all tied now early in this 4th quarter. Fitting for what's been a tight ball game. We're all even at 20 now as the kick's away.
Get ready, get ready, get ready.
Take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive. And last time they got 3 points, but it was a chip shot field goal. And when you go to the sideline after a chip shot field goal, maybe the offense not too happy.
It's a balancing act, isn't it? Because you're exactly right. They're none too pleased that they didn't punch it in for 6 points. But they also have to remember they did put points on the board.
3 points is 3 points.
And in this league, you take points when you can get them. Not easily done.
And he'll give it here to his running back. 2 yards, good enough for a first.
Not too many more ideal situations in 2nd and 2 in order to try and pick up a first down. They ran it and picked it up.
So from the 36 now, 1st and 10.
I got 15. 15's mine. Trip. You got trips. You got 3.
And to give this time to the tailback. And unable to get downhill there as he'll take this up to about the 37. Levante David in on the tackle.
45.
Looking to throw on 2nd down. Fuller. Gonna look deep for Wilson. It's caught inside the 25. And they're able to get this way down there inside the Tampa 20. A big play there for the Dolphins. 47 yards. So the big play means just like that, they'll operate from the red zone now on 1st down. Now a handoff here to his running back. Able to fight for about 4 yards there to the 13.
Baby, get him, boys. Get him, boys.
A Super Bowl 55 down to the final 2 minutes. So the Dolphins have it as we welcome you back in. They face a 2nd down, but they are in field goal range. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair. And now right out of the 2-minute break, we'll get a timeout used defensively with 1:56 to go. And the Bucs with an extra defender in the secondary now on 3rd down. Operating from the gun. Fuller. That's going to be caught at the 10-yard line. And he'll get inside the 10, but he's short of the line he needed. The Bucs going to go ahead and use the 2nd of their timeouts as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. So a big one coming now for Jason Sanders. This for the lead in the final stages. Sanders' kick is good. And they have taken the lead here in the final 2 minutes. Big kick right there to give them the lead in the 4th, but there is still time left for a final drive.
Did they score too soon? Post-game will tell us, right? Depending on what happens on this drive, that's how we'll analyze it. If the other team scores, they scored too soon. If they somehow hold on, they managed the clock exactly right.
The Tampa offense ready to get their drive started. And for them, a touchdown their last go-around. Obviously, they'll be hoping to do that again.
And when you start plotting for this drive, when you start thinking to yourself, okay, what are we going to do? You don't go away from what you did before because that worked, but you have to be prepared for wrinkles and counters because you know they'll make some adjustments.
That throw good for 4. It's 2nd down.
But they picked up a little bit of yardage there, and now, in this situation, should be in no hurry to run a play really fast. Let the clock wind down.
4 yards on that last completion, so that sets up 2nd and 6. Now they'll toss to Jones running left. And he takes this up to the 40-yard line before being corralled. 10 yards there and a Buccaneer 1st down.
We'll definitely see some open running lanes, and he's taking advantage of it right now, but that shouldn't be a surprise. Defense has the lead. They're playing for the pass first.
After the run by Jones, here's 1st and 10.
Switch gears, switch gears.
And he'll give it here to his running back. And he'll be brought down just shy of the 45. Now after the running play, we've got a man down on the field. While the training staff takes a peek, we'll take a break.
Shift, shift.
Luck now to throw. Now a desperation throw deep downfield. And this is going to wind up incomplete. The coverage there too strong on the deep ball, and now they face a 3rd down. These are the spots, this stage of the game, where it pays to have speed on the perimeter, doesn't it?
It certainly does, and in the second quarter, he may very well have run by him, but in this situation, I know as a defender, I'm loosening up a couple of extra steps that allowed him to run with him stride for stride.
Mike 20, Mike 20, Mike 20.
They'll look to throw. And that is incomplete. So he's unable to complete it there, and just not the game that you would expect from him. He's been off the mark really start to finish.
Yeah, it makes you wonder what exactly is going on. Is he a little bit dinged up here, or is he just off just by a bit? Maybe he can get it back in this situation. He'll need to.
What a Super Bowl this has been, and the biggest play comes now. It's 4th down. He's back to throw, and he can't get a throw away. He's taken down. They had to go for it with such little time remaining, and that may write a finish to this Super Bowl. So from the 36 now, 1st and 10.
Pick me up. Here we go.
And to give this time to the tailback. He'll be brought down on the 30-yard line after a gain of 6. I guess the simple question, why not just take a knee there?
I don't understand either why you would take any sort of a chance. We've seen it happen in the game of football. Doesn't matter whether you've watched high school, college, or the NFL. Some people get a little greedy, try to get that extra running play in, and it can backfire on them.
Now a handoff here to his running back. And he's going to have to protect the football and take his lumps here at this stage of the game as they stop him behind the line. And the Lombardi Trophy has a home in South Florida. The Miami Dolphins are your Super Bowl champions. And their remarkable season ends in the most remarkable of ways. They get to put next to their name, Super Bowl champion.
And they can't ever take that away, can they?
Nope.
That lasts forever. So good to see the emotion when it's all said and done. You see the hugs, you see the guys sharing, the collective happiness. Makes me want to carry you around a little bit on my shoulders to celebrate the triumph. And congratulations to them, a fantastic season.
And they end this year just how everybody wants to end the year, holding the Lombardi Trophy. What a season for them. What a ride it's been for us as well here in the booth. For Charles Davis and our entire crew, I'm Brandon Gaudin. Thanks for watching, everybody. We will see you next season right here on EA Sports.
on top of the throne. I am a king, not a pawn. Hop on a jet across the globe. I guess the world is my home and there's so many mil. Cause bird in my dome and like turbulent air. I'm switching these flows. If you look at my neck, boy, I'm letting it snow. I'm sturdy as hell as a vessel alone. They showing me love in my city. Gangs saying hippies. Women like Nicky know what I'm about. I'm not the stereotypes. They do not fit me. I'm bigger than